my lovely individuals. I bought something that I'm super excited for. If you remember, my original iCord machine broke tragically in my last iCord video. And I had an idea about an automatic iCord machine, and somebody literally made it. Like, I had this thought, this exact thought after my thing broke. I'm like, oh, I wish I didn't have to do this. And, like, Caydo made it. And that's really cool. And I'm sure they had it in production way before I thought of the idea. But I'm excited somebody made it because I wanted it. So I bought it. And we're going to unbox it and see how it does. And then we're going to make something cute. I'm thinking maybe a bag. But let's get into the unboxing. Okay, let's get this plastic wrap off. And it's got the nice little tabs to open right up. Okay, nice thick instruction booklet. Lovely little tools that I'll need. Save this holder for hook replacement use only. Okay. I guess if you need to replace a hook, it's a good way to like hold it up. But yeah, this is looking real snazzy. Real snazzy. And I guess I'll get all the electrical cords and stuff out and figure out how it works and show you. So let's get into that. In addition to the essentials, they gave you 2 tiny balls of yarn to test that didn't have the best quality, but were good enough for tester yarn. You start by feeding the yarn through the tiny hole in the guard, and then using the hook, feed the rest of the yarn through to the other side so that gear can start pulling it for you. My first attempt did not go well, but my second attempt, I turned the knob and things actually worked, because you need to hook one, skip one, hook one. And for this one, yeah, I ended up missing a spot. So the cord looked a little bit weird, but I guess if you're going for that look, that's convenient, but I wasn't going for that look. So on my third attempt, I actually got all the hooks lined up properly and made my first little section of iCord and tested out the different speeds, because you can go obviously by hand, and there's 3 different speeds for automatic stitching, like a slower speed, a medium speed, and then a really loud fast speed. And the best thing to do is just keep an eye on your ball so it's not giving you any problems for the duration. And in my little testing phase, I determined that these make absolutely beautiful iCords that aren't twisted to hell and back whenever you're done, because the machine moves, not the iCord. But for this project, I grabbed 2 balls of Super Saver Metallic at Walmart. Those are the only ones I could find in that color, and I decided to make iCords entirely out of those balls, which ended up really nice because it has a little bit of sparkle to it. In retrospect, I wish I could have grabbed more of them, but they only had 1 at my Walmart location, and I didn't feel like going all over Pennsylvania for more. I was using this clear bin that I put underneath my desk to collect the cord, because it's easier than trying to manage it and wrap it while it's on your desk. But in the end, it didn't take too long to make all this. Okay, took about maybe an hour to complete both of those Red Heart Saver balls. So I can't believe how quick this is, and I love it, and I will be using it for many projects to come. But yeah, let's get into making the actual bag I want to make. I was originally going to crochet it and do a circle, but I didn't end up liking the look of that. It was too thick and used up way too much of the cord. So I decided to hand knit a spiral pattern into a chain, basically. And it took a lot of fingering around. That was a lot of work, a lot of stress on the old phalanges. And for how little I've hand knitted in my life, I'm surprised how consistent this ended up. I'm actually insanely proud of myself for that. So yeah, we got about half of the bag worth of iCord situated, and then I looped the top parts together. I then decided to continue the bag in crochet since I am more confident with crochet, and I did 2 black strands together with a bigger hook and crocheted single crochet the whole way around and just made it as long as what felt natural. And for the handles, I decided to use the new type of crochet that I've been learning, well, at least new to me, Tunisian crochet, which is essentially kind of like half knitting, half crochet, but I don't know, it's cool. I like it. I've been practicing it off camera, and I really like how it works up. It almost looks like knitting. I ultimately ended up with 2 long rectangles to turn into handles, and then sewed them on the proper handle position, and then sewed them together. And I didn't have to put any filling inside the handles, because naturally this stitch just is pretty squishy. It was a pretty squishy handles, and I really like how they turned out. They look really nice. My regret is the amount of cat hair and the yarn that I picked, because it's almost like a little bit frayy, because Red Heart isn't the best in the world, but we'll live. I wanted to make a little accessory for it, so I used some of the seed beads that I had and a large-eyed needle and threaded it on some string, made a chain, and used that string to just bedazzle it up. And then I attached it to the bag, and it looks pretty unique, if I say so. And just like that, my first project with my new cord maker is done. And I really love the cord maker. I'm looking forward to making so many more iCord projects, because that was the most horrible thing about iCord projects, was making the iCord. So I'm excited. But as far as this one, I would have did a little bit differently. I probably would have bought more of the glittery yarn and did more of the bag in that. But I like how it breaks up, so I think it worked out nice. I couldn't find more of it whenever I went back to look. It turned out cute. So yeah, before we get into the final product, please like, comment, and subscribe, because as you know, it always helps out. And let's get into it.